What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another backyard simulator session. Continuing on with the PGA Tour schedule, bringing this series back, trying to keep up with these courses throughout the year. Second round of today. First one I started off was 1 week behind, but considering I was bringing the series back, as of right now, as the recording of this, the Players Championship is going on right now, so that is at TPC Sawgrass. So I figured if I was going to start it, I'm fine with being 1 week late on that one, and this one should be right on time, but figured it was fitting to start off with TPC Sawgrass. So just finished playing that one. Go check it out. Pretty funny ending how I finished off on that course. Overall, played pretty well, but yeah, definitely go check out that video, see how I finished up. As for this one, we are playing Innisbrook Resort. This is the Copperhead course in Palm Harbor, Florida, the home of the Valspar Championship going on. You guys should be seeing it from March 21st to March 24th. So we're going to give this a go. Very challenging PGA Tour courses, playing from the furthest back tees, and hopefully anything around even par would be really good. Red numbers are probably pretty unrealistic, but ideally I would like to be somewhere around 5 over or better by the end of these 18 holes, but we'll see how it goes. Second 18 of the day. A little bit fatigue, I'm sure, will start creeping in here, but let's see if we can get off to a decent start through this front nine and finish up. For the rundown, everything is linked down below in the description. Go check that out. There's Amazon links down there. It doesn't cost you guys anything extra if you go and click on those links and order anything. It just helps out me. I get a fraction of a percent for any kind of purchases that are made through those links. The way those works is just they're Amazon affiliate links, so Amazon rewards people for bringing people in to purchase stuff. Again, doesn't cost you guys any extra, just that fraction of a percent or whatever goes to me instead of Amazon keeping it. So keep that in mind. I would appreciate it if you guys enjoy these videos to click those links. It doesn't have to be golf related stuff. You just click one of those links, and if you buy anything, helps me out. But Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand, Country Club Elite mat, DIY stance mat, Callaway Super Fast balls, 10x7 nets, and Home Tee Hero you're seeing within the Garmin Golf app for the simulator software. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hopefully get off to a good start. These PGA courses are notoriously narrow, long, and challenging, so going to need a decent driving round here off the tee. First hole, par 5, 544, down 14 yards, which is going to help, so we're going to get 14 extra yards here if we hit it halfway decent. Neighbor, recording this on the weekend, my neighbor's out there with a leaf blower, so apologies for that little bit of background noise, but not much I can do. He's got to listen to me hit driver, and I got to listen to him use the leaf blower, so here we go. Alright, halfway decent, a little bit heely. It's going to start right, should come back left for us. Again, that 14 yards of downslope should help out. We could see about 275 out of this, I think. Not quite. 269. Not bad, though. So realistically, that was 254. Still nursing my oblique, ab, side twisting muscle injuries on both sides. So still trying to swing at about 75% on a lot of these shots, but we'll take that to start off. Fairway number 1 has been hit. So second shot into this par 5, still a long way home, 283. We're going to aim right about there. Hopefully we get through that tree. 243 right there we're aimed up to, so 245. Going to go 4 hybrid. Anything in the neighborhood of 230 plus I'd be happy with. When I'm hitting it good, this is usually a 245, sometimes up to 250, 255 type of club, but 50-degree weather, kind of cloudy, a little bit chilly out. That 250 number would be hitting it good, primetime golf season, swings good, and it's nice and hot and humid, so not going to get quite that, most likely, but again, 230-ish, 240 I would definitely take. We'll see. And that is very bad. Club face was completely shut when I hit that. That's a low line drive duck hook left. Hopefully it's going to let us play out of that. That might be out of bounds. Alright, 184 into the rough. That club face when I hit that was like this. You guys probably can't see that, but I made contact with it, and the club face was just like that when I hit that. Decent drive, horrendous second shot. We got our work cut out for us now. Are we? Oh, we're right. You guys see the base of that tree? We're like inside of the tree. I don't even know. Can I even go out this way? It still may hit it. I think I have to go backwards. So I explained I had a type of shot like this. This is even worse than the first one. I had a shot like this in the first round. It's kind of a 50-50 shot here in Home Tee Hero. Usually if I'm left or right of the base of the tree, I'll opt for blasting it through and hopefully I get lucky. This, I don't know if I think we're just behind it and it's right in front of us. I think I'm gonna have to go take my medicine and go backwards, or at least sideways. I think I'm gonna go right here. So 18 yards down one, and we're in the rough. So it's gonna be an extra 12, 13 yards. So I need about 30, 35. Just gonna go 56 out there. Hopefully we don't catch the tree even going this way. It's gonna be a waste of a stroke, but see if we can kind of get ourselves out of trouble out a little bit out of here. All right. It pains me to do that, but that's the smart play. Need a good one here to make up for that. Again, check out that TPC Sawgrass video I just did. Played really well, and I had an unfortunate finish to that hole, or to that round, so that's kind of in the back of my head. I finished that video saying hopefully I can erase that from my memory, but I think there's still kind of lingering effects going on from that. I'm going to see if I can hit a couple good shots and get back into the swing of things here, but 118 up 2, so we got 120. I'm going to go approach wedge. When I hit this full, this approach wedge is 51 degrees, get about 125 out of it, so need 120, gonna swing pretty much full at it, and if I come up 5 yards long, so be it. If I don't catch it great, should be a decent number. A little bit toey, thin, popped it up. That's gonna have to go a little bit and get a little bit left, I think. Go. Oh, I think we just bounced onto the green, or that's not even the green, but bounced inside that +2, and we did. So I think that's going to be a bogey to start off because we had to punch out, but from where we were off that second shot, that's not the worst in the world. So 1 over through 1, second hole, par 4, 398, dogleg left. We got water up there to the right, so I'm going to favor this left side at the sake of possibly going into the trees again, but rather be in the trees than losing a penalty stroke into the water. Let's see. We're aimed left. Start it a little bit right and bring it back, hopefully. Pretty low on the face. It did start right, should come back left. We'll see. Maybe rough, may catch the fairway. Looks like it's going to catch the fairway. Not the best swing in the world, but low line drive got it to work. Felt that one a little bit in the lower back. All right. We're in play. We got trees to go over and around, but at least we got a shot at it. 159 up 3, so we got 162. I'm gonna go 8-iron and see what we can do here. Been playing this to about 165, 170 as of late. Going from bad to worse here, folks. Right off the tree. Oh no, that might be out of bounds. and it is. Ah, yikes. Well, we got work to do if we're going to finish 5 over or better. That's unfortunate. Gonna get a drink and try to reset after that. Told myself, starting this PGA Tour schedule series back up, told myself I wanted to challenge myself. Was hoping I could start off this series and get back into things with some relatively decent rounds, but we are going through it right now. It's good that it's challenging, but definitely frustrating. So we still got trees to contend with. 131, up 3, and we're in the rough. So 134 plus another 13 brings us up to 144, 147. Gonna go 9 iron. It's not quite a full 9, but close to it. I did grab the 9, right? I did. All right, that was hit better. That's probably, honestly, we'll see what happens with these trees. That could be closer to my 150-ish type number. All right. Again, 125, but we were what, 13 yards? So not quite. Didn't swing full at that, but yikes. So 3 over through 2. Double on that one. Third hole par 4. We need a par or a birdie here to right the ship. And we got a pretty decent dogleg right with water to contend with off the tee, and then we got water both sides after that. So need a good one here. Luckily it's down 7 yards, but more importantly than that 7 yards of downslope, I need something straight-ish in play. Bit high on the face, toey, started up the right, should come back a little bit. That was a little bit better at least. That should be a fairway. Not the best contact in the world, but down the middle. All right, let's turn things around here. 269, and we got 169 left. Nice. Up one, so we got 170. I am going to go, considering I just hit that 8 iron so terribly before. I think it was that 8 that I hit terrible. I'm gonna go 7 iron. Possibly too much club here. What do we got behind? All right, we're dry behind, so I'm gonna choke down a little bit. Thin, and I swiped across it. That's gonna be probably short right. We'll see. Granted, I did grab some extra club. All right, we're pinned high. Just left it out to the right. At least, I mean, that was really thin. That's a bad shot, but at least it was lower. I've been working on keeping my weight forward and compressing it a little bit better. Overdoing it with those thin shots, but at least it's not a high spinny pop-up, I guess. In the bunker, 20 yards left. Looks like it's pretty shallow, so it should be pretty close to that 20% number, which would be 4 yards. So need right around 24. I'm gonna go 56. It's kind of right in between 60 and 56. Usually I like to be right around 30, 35 with this 56, but considering we are out of the bunker, that 5 or so extra yards may work out. Hit it good. It was straight. It's probably going to be on the long side. That might be closer to 35. Landed soft outside of the inner circle, but that was at least a better strike. We'll take it. Bogey. digging ourselves a hole here. 4 over through 3. Fourth hole, par 3, 180. Going back to the 7. This should be closer if I hit it better. Should be closer to a more of a stock 7 iron. Thin again and right. That's pretty far right on top of it. Not striking it very good, to say the least. Which is kind of strange because I just recorded 18 holes and I was hitting it halfway decent, so. Struggle bus. 25 yards in the rough. We need, we'll call it 3 yards, so 28. I'm gonna go back to the 56. See if a little short game magic can bail us out. Perfect. Should be decent. It's gonna be a yard or 2 right, but should be pretty close to that number. And it is. Looked like it bounced right over the hole. I knew it was going to be just a tad right, so it didn't quite have the chance to be dead straight to go in, but we'll take that inside the inner circle for a par. Trending in the right direction, at least for the time being. 5th hole, par 5. Very narrow fairway, but no water at least. Oh, never mind. How's that for a... I was like, oh, this looks good. Nice, kind of open. We got trees, but then this tee box is so far back. 5th hole, par 5, 586, and we got water to go over off the tee. Well, let's see what we can do. That was a little bit of a misdirection there from Garmin. Better contact, but club face was open. It's going to be pretty far right. Looks like it's trying to come back a little bit, not quite. That's kind of where I want to start it. I just need to release my hands better, not leave the club faces open on that. Unfortunately, we're in the rough, but we're in play. And we got a long, long way home, and it's up 12 yards. So we got 353 left into this green. There is nothing in my bag that's going to get remotely close. So we're going to go right here. That's 164 up 12. So that brings us to... Actually, I mean, I want to hit the 4 hybrid, get up towards the hole. And considering we're in the rough, that's going to be another 35 yards. 10% of the 353. So, problem is we got trees, but right about there should put us close to 220, 230. Don't love those trees, but at this point we dug ourselves a hole. If it gets even worse, so be it, but gotta get a little bit aggressive here and try to make some ground back a little bit, I think. Alright, that was hit pretty good. Oh, it hit the tree though. That's unfortunate. That was struck really good. That was dead straight too. I came out a little bit left, was I think going to fade a little bit back to the right. That would have been pretty darn good, but unfortunately those trees that I was worried about came into play. Alright, hitting 3 into this par 5. 213 still in the rough, down 7. So it's going to be about 21, 22 yards from the rough. And then the 7, so that brings us down to what? 14 on top of the 213. So we need, we'll call it 230. I'm going to go 4 hybrid again. Kind of in between a 4 iron and 4 hybrid. We're going to go 4 hybrid just to see if we can get it there. If we come up 5-10 yards long, so be it. It'll be backside, but I mean, we got trees again. I don't know. See if I can put a similar swing on that last one. That was struck good. Not quite as good. Club face was a little bit open. That's going to fade more than the last one. But, go, go. All right. We got it there. Similar swing, not quite as good as straight as the other one, but still halfway decent contact. I'll take that for sure from about 230. Came out, it was cloudy. It's getting even more cloudy. It's not supposed to rain, but we got some darker clouds back there. Hopefully it holds out for the next half hour or so until I finish this. 6th hole, par 4. All right. 4 over through 5. Gonna go right there. At least this one, a little bit of a wider landing spot. Got some room left and right. Gonna try to strain things out here a tad. Struck it good, but that's really far right again. Club face was wide open. Some back out though. Right behind another tree. Frustrating with that two-way miss going. Trying to open my stance a little bit, straighten things out, protect against the duck hook, but then I do that and then I leave everything open, come across it and we slice it. All right, this one at least, this is more of a bushy type tree and we're not right behind it, so I'm gonna blast it through here. And we're gonna go up this way. Very high chance we catch more trees going through here, but I'm just gonna take my chances and blast it through. So we got 209 to the green, down 7, so that brings us to 202 plus 21. I'm gonna go 4-iron. Just blast it through. It's gonna, actually, I'm gonna go 4 hybrid. There's probably a 90% chance we catch trees and it kills distance. So I'm gonna hit this 4 hybrid. Extra distance on it should compensate a little bit for the trees that we're inevitably gonna hit here. If we somehow get through these trees without hitting anything, so be it. Pretty decent contact still though. Club face a little bit open. It's gonna fade up towards the right. Wow, did we get through all those? I think we did. Sit, sit, sit. All right. That's lucky, and I will take that for sure. Decent swing. Can't believe we didn't hit any of those trees. How's that even possible? We had like 10 trees to go through. Threaded the needle on accident. Well, that's one way to get a par. Unfortunately, it's not really cutting off any of our 4 over. Would have liked to been, obviously, to be 5 over for the round or better. Need to be 2 or 3 over at worst. Going on to the back 9, we're 4 over right now. And I don't know if there are a whole lot of birdies in my outlook going forward, but we'll see. 7th hole par 4, 406, slight dogleg left, go right about there, up 5 yards, so it's going to kill 5 yards of distance. A little bit straighter, still gonna fade, but that was very low in the face. That's a low line drive up the right. Probably gonna run out, not much, 212, yikes. At least we're not in the trees though. That was about as low on the face as you can hit it. I think I was a little, half a step too far away on that. I was kind of reaching for that ball. Gotta get a little bit closer to the ball in general. definitely on that shot, but I think irons too. Get my chest a little bit more over the ball and kind of cover it. We're in play though, and that is a fairway hit. Not a great shot at that, but it is a fairway. 198 down 2. So I'm gonna go 6 iron. It's been about my 195, 200-ish type of club. Let's see. That's hit really good. If anything, that's going to be too much, but I think that's going to be pretty good. Yeah, good shot there. Backside of the green sit. That was one of my better swings yet today. That was really good contact on that. Started off a little bit right, faded back. We will take that 10 times out of 10. 8th hole, par 3. I mean, pars are good, but like I said, unfortunately, we're not getting back any of the strokes we've already given up, but 227 down 3. Guess we'll go 4 iron. What do we got? I'll take a quick glance at it, but I want to make sure we don't have any water that's hiding or any kind of type of hazards that's going to lose us a stroke. Not the easiest shot in the world, obviously, for a par 3, but at least we don't have any water to worry about. So, strike dependent. See what happens here. Trying to muscle things up. That was off balance. That's thin and right. %75%. I got to swing at 75%. Not our best there. 50 yards left in the rough, so we need 55 going approach wedge. Need a good one here. Yard or so left, should be pretty good. If anything, it's going to be a little bit too much, but it landed soft. All right, that feels better. 49, a little bit short still, but we're inside the inner circle and we save par. Good approach wedge shot there. For my level of play, that's about as close as I can get for what I was trying to do. Still hanging at that 4 over going into 9 here. So 9th hole, par 4, 417. Relatively straight, slightly dogleg right. Very low on the face again. That's up the left side. It's only going to be about 220. Wow, rolled out a ton. 237. I'm going to say 220, 230. I didn't even think 230 was going to be ambitious, but that may have been generous from the R10 based on how low I hit that. It wasn't quite as low as the other one, but that was still very low on the face. All right, 183 up 8, so it brings us to 191. It's in between a 7 and a 6, closer to a 6, so that's what I'm gonna go. Choke down about a half an inch or so. Has struck very good again. Didn't have it fading that much though. I don't know about that. That was dead center of the club face. Maybe. I am kind of coming across it a little bit. Good distance on it though. I mean, that's about as good of a strike as I could hope for there. I thought that would have been a little bit straighter, but wouldn't that give us a +3 out there? Oh nope, that was a bogey. That was a +3 for a bogey. That sucks. I thought I saw par, but it wasn't. All right. Well, we're at our at our goal going into the back nine. I guess. Well, at this point, let's hope for 10 over or better. 10th hole, par 4, 434 down 12. Need a good one here. Better. Should be a little baby draw on that. Pretty close to the middle of the club face. 280, that feels better. That was better contact for sure. Maybe a tad quicker, but go figure, you hit the middle of the face, it goes a lot further. Garmin had that though, still fading a little bit. Could be maybe a little bit of a alignment issue, or I'm just coming across a little bit more than I want to. Gotta swing a little bit more from the inside, I guess, or release my hands better. But I mean, 280 down the middle. Granted, it was what, 12 yards downslope, so wasn't realistically a 280-yard drive. It was what, 268, but still, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. 155 on the dot left. Should be right in the range of a stock 9 here. Don't read. And it did. Yikes. I think I'm rushing my transition too much. I can feel myself getting too overzealous at the top. I gotta let my hands drop. Try to think about slowing things down a little bit. I think I'm rushing it, coming over the top, trying to muscle things up. 20 yards in the bunker. So we need 25-ish, maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna go 56, play just shy of 30 yards here. Caught the mat a tad before. Should be decent though, it's dead straight. Whoa, that checked up. That was going right towards the hole. That landed really soft, but inner circle, can't complain about that. Par. Alright, like I said, I don't think birdies are in the cards right now, but if I can string together a couple of these pars, stay around this 5 over number. Long par 5, 551. See if we can hit another fairway here. Those clouds back there looking a little ominous. Not quite as good as the last one, but decent. Draw, that's what I was expecting out of the last one. That was a little bit lower on the face, wasn't hit quite as good, so definitely not going to be 280, but we're in the fairway. That was a similar, though. I mean, it was lower, like I said, but that was a similar ball flight to the last one, I thought. I thought the other one would have been a nice baby draw up the left side like that was, but the other one, last one, Garmin had it fading. 301 left. All right. Just gonna 4 hybrid myself. Hopefully 230, 240 up there. Get a wedge shot into this. Low and heely, but it's gonna be fine. Be up the middle. Ooh, Garmin had that going left. Straight-ish though, I guess. 220 into the rough. It is a par 5, so we got a chance here. Hitting 3 into this, we got 84 left, 10%, so 8-9 yards. Looking at about 93-ish. Going approach wedge. See if I can play the best that I can to about 90, 95. Kind of popped it up. We'll see if I put enough on it. Go. Go. By the harems, my chinny chin chin, we got that inside the +2, I think. Not even on the green, but it is a +2, luckily. Granted, if it didn't land like that, that would have rolled out a little bit more, but that just basically hit and stopped. Par though. 5 over through 11, 12th hole with water all over the place. Par 4, 376. Oh boy. So, well, this is unfortunate. We got trees left, so I could go this way, but that's right into the water. What do we need to get over this? 283, yeah, it's not happening. All right, we got a layup. 230 right there. Gonna go 4 iron. Not gonna get 230 out of it most likely, but 4 hybrid, if I hit it decent, it's gonna be flirting with the edge of that water, so rather lay back a little bit more. Heavy and I pulled it left, but at least it'll be dry. Go. All right. Nice 205 chunked 4 iron. That's like a 6 iron distance, but oh well. That was the smarter play though, so can't be too mad about that. 171 left. In between an 8 and a 7. We're gonna go 8. We'll see. Usually play this to about 165. If I hit that, it should be front side of the green. And that should be 165, maybe even 170. That was struck decent. Again, I didn't have that fading that much, but 164 and it landed soft. I knew I struck it good. I had that started left center of this net. That definitely wasn't a draw type swing, but I thought that would have started a little bit left and finished out pretty straight. I struck that pretty good. Garmin had that fading a lot more than I did, but another par in the books. 13th hole, par 3, 188 down 2. Another kind of in-between number. In between a 7 and a 6. We're going to go 6 iron. If I'm 10 yards off the back of the green, so be it. But I want to get over that water. Pulled that one, but I hit it pretty hard. It's probably going to be long left. Yep. That was hit good. and at least it's dry. All things considered, I'll take that. Pulled it, like I said, but that was a spot on read from the Garmin. Alright, just outside the bunker, we're in the rough. We got 17, 10% is going to be another, we'll call it 2 yards, so 19. I'm going to go 60. Pulled that one a little bit too. That's going to be a couple yards left and long. Ooh, checked up though and landed soft. It was on the longer side, but we stayed inside the inner circle. A little bit on the generous side on that one, but I will take that for sure. It was in fact on the longer side and left, but luckily it landed soft. 14th hole, par 5. Jeez, these tee boxes are far back. Sticking at 5 over for now. Go right about there. Unfortunate part is I've had, all in all, I mean, this is a separate round. Again, go check out that TPC Sawgrass. I was pretty happy with how I played that. Kind of managing my way around right now. It just feels like with this, the type of course, how challenging it is, I'm kind of getting punished a little bit. I feel like I'm striking it all in all, not horrendously. Definitely some bad shots in there, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I'd probably be closer to around even par if we were playing a easier type of public type of course. Hit hard but low in the face, and it's going to be up the left side. Low launch though, so it's not going to go super far. .246 on the rollout though, and another fairway, so I promise you guys I will, throughout the course of this season, get back to 275 plus and hitting driver good. By hell or high water, it will happen. 246 right there, 4 hybrid. Hit decent, but it was low heel. That's going to be probably left rough. A little bit of a stutter there, it seemed like. Not terrible. Ooh, we did catch the fairway too. Actually, all in all, I mean, that was dead on the money of how I hit that. It was kind of a low pulley left. It wasn't a hook by any means, but that was low and left, and that's how we ended up. And luckily, we just caught the fairway, so we got 239 out of it. Could be worse. 105 left, up 1, so 106. Feel shot here with the approach wedge. Let's see if I can dial up just over 100 yards here. Oh, I hit that pretty thin. That's gonna have to get down. That could be 110, 115. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That landed really soft. Is that a +3? +2? I don't know about that. That one felt a lot thinner. I thought that was going to be... I didn't swing super hard at it, but I thought that was going to be towards the back of the green. I don't know about that one. May have been a slight misread there. Worked out, though. 15th hole, par 5. Still sticking at 5 over. 207, or 205 down 7. So I'm going to go... We'll go 6 iron. See if I can make this 3 in a row. Good strikes here with the old 6. Yep. It's gonna fade, but that was struck really good. sit. Good swing there. I'll take it. A little bit too much side spin towards the right for my liking, but that was struck solid. 6-iron's been good to me so far. That's why it's shots like that. I mean, what was that, 205 or something? I didn't catch the final number of where that rolled out to, but something like that where I have like a 190 type of shot, I can hit the 6-iron, but I know that if I can hit that and hit it halfway decent like I just did there, get 205 out of it, that's a 15-yard difference of how I hit it. So some of those in-between numbers are a little bit, makes me think about it a little bit, but 5 over, even like something like that, I feel like I managed my way through that hole pretty good. It's just the birdies are hard to come by on a course like this. 16th par 4, 411, dogleg right, and we got water all along the right as well. So we're gonna favor left over there. Hit it pretty good. Should be a nice little baby draw. Granted, we aim left, but that should still be left side of the fairway, I think. May even go through it. Looked like we ran out of fairway at about 250. I'll take that though. Oh, I was thinking as I was walking back here, give me another 6-iron distance, and it would have been if we were in the fairway, but we got an extra 20 yards because of the rough. So 207 down 6 brings us to, or 207 down 1, if I can talk, brings us to 206, and then 10% is going to be another, we'll call it 21. So what is that, 227? Go 4-iron. Considering I've been fading them, we'll go slightly left center of this fairway, or of the green. Can't talk apparently. Thin, and I pulled it. That's gonna be short left. Wow, again, I don't know about that one. That was, I think, a little bit of a mystery. Definitely was short, and I thinned it, but that one I had starting left and staying left. Garmin had that fading back towards the middle. But again, side spin. Budget launch monitor, it is what it is. All right, let's see if we can get this inside the inner circle here, scrape out a par. Hitting 3 into this par 4, we got 24 yards on the dot. Right in between a 60 and a 56. We'll go 56. A little bit stabby. It's going to be a yard or 2 left. We'll see. Should be a decent number though. Long. 30. I like my 30-yard number with that, and that's exactly what that was. It's going to be a bogey. Brings us to +6, I think. Hindsight, guess I should have hit the 60. 2 holes left. 17th hole, par 3. All right. 217 up 1. 218. 5-iron. Just thinking, like I've been saying, I feel like, maybe it's generous, but I feel like 75% of my shots have actually been decent, so I feel like I'm not swinging it horrendous. Obviously, there's been those few bad ones in there, but I feel like 75% of the shots have been manageable, and some of them I've hit really good. Just feels like the score is not exactly reflecting of how I've been hitting it, but it's the way a cookie crumbles sometimes. A little bit Healy, but that was hit pretty good. Man, that's fading a lot. I thought that would have been front right side of the green. I did catch it. It was a low launch, caught it a little bit heavy, but I mean, that was a pretty decent strike out of that. I thought that would have been enough to get it there, but 24 yards left out of this bunker. So this is going to be closer to my 56 type number that I like, I think. So we got 24, 20% is going to be, we'll call it 5, so 29, 30 yards. Going 56, see if we can get inside the inner circle here. Should be pretty close, maybe just a tad short. Yep. Overall, relatively happy with that swing. Just took a little bit too much off of it. Relatively clean contact, caught the mat just a little bit, but that was pretty much what I was looking for. Just took a little bit too much off of it, but all right. What are we at, 7 over now? All right. Could always be worse, right? 18th and final hole here. Par 4, 429. Let's finish this off with a par. Good drive down the middle. Good shot into the green. Looking for, not going to swing out of my shoes. Can't really do that anyways right now with the injuries going on, but looking for good smooth swing, 75%, 260 plus. Low, and I pulled it left. It's going to be up the left. Not going to be 260. 247 though into the rough, which killed it. That's a little disappointing. Would have liked to finish off today with a little bit better drive off the tee, but at least it's not into some hazards or water or off the map or anything. So 182, up 9, and we're in the rough. So that brings us to 191 plus 18. So 201, 209. I guess 5. That's kind of in between a 5 and a 6. I don't think I can hit the 6 right now. 209, 210. So we'll go 5. If I hit this 5 good, it's going to be a little bit too much, but this is the club I'm hitting, and I'm sticking to it. That was real heavy. Should be pretty straight, just going to be short. Oh, it kind of hurt my shoulder. That was, hit about an inch behind the ball on that. All right, hitting 3. We need inner circle here to save par. So, still a relatively shallow bunker. It looks a little bit deeper, so I think it's going to probably play a little bit more than the 20%. We got 33 up 2, so 35. 20% is going to be 6, 7, probably closer to like 7, 8 yards. So we'll call it 8. So that brings us to what, 40, 35 plus 8, 43. Gonna go approach wedge and try to just take off 5 yards for my 50-yard shot here. We'll see. Pulls a little bit, hit it kind of thin too. And it looks like that's the first no read of today, I think. Looks like we're gonna get another chance at it. I'm going to give it a second just in case it registers late. Made it through what? 35 holes, and that was the first no read, I think. All right, take 2. A little bit less thin, but I was still thin and left. came out real soft out of that bunker, but we're on the green. It's going to be a bogey. 8 over, I think, for the round. Let's take a look at the scorecard. Wrap things up here. So, bogey on 18 from the world famous Innisbrook Golf Resort. Again, this was the Copperhead course in Palm Harbor, Florida. Again, this is the home of the Valspar Championship going on right now from when you guys should be seeing this video, from March 21st to March 24th, 2024. Kept it in the 70s. We ended up with a 8 over 79. 41 on the front, 38 on the back. I mean, all in all, like I said, birdies were hard to come by. Mostly pars. Besides that second hole with the double, they were all pars and bogeys. So 9 out of 13 fairways, not bad. Greens regulation, however, kind of bad. 5 out of 18. Want to be at least 50% on the fairways in the greens regulation, if not closer to 75 ideally. But we made it there with the fairways, not quite there with the greens regulation. 29 putts, that's not too bad. Obviously, there's no putting here, so that comes down to the chipping. That's probably about 1.75, 1.8, something like that, putts per hole. Ideally, for that putt metric, I aim for about 1.5. Obviously, 2 putts a hole being 36, so we're under that. 2 putts a hole, that's not great. That means you're 0 chips inside the inner circle, and you're pretty much on the green for a +2 every single time, unless you mix in maybe a +3 with a +1, but you get the idea. But I mean, all in all, like I said, I feel like I swung it halfway decent. Definitely wasn't a terrible round and a terrible day today. It's just I feel like these more challenging, longer courses from these back tees, I didn't get as much benefit out of the good strikes. Ideally, with something that's a little bit more open, a little bit less challenging and less distance-wise, some of those shots probably would have been closer to birdie type of holes instead of a bunch of those pars. But it is what it is. Tried to do this PGA Tour schedule to challenge myself, which I am in fact doing, and this was a good representation of that. So wrapping this one up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Another PGA Tour course in the books. Going to reset things here. Well, I'm done for today, but gonna take a look at the weather. It's gonna be, I think, 40s and 50 degrees over the next week or two, so we'll see. It doesn't look like a ton of rain on the forecast, but unfortunately not really those 60+ days it doesn't look like for the next couple weeks. So hopefully, it seems like I can swing it better. Muscles are a little bit looser, get a little bit more distance on the ball, swing a little bit freer once it gets up towards 60, 65. Anything below that, still kind of winter type golf, where ball doesn't go quite as far, don't kind of have to bundle up, don't sweat as much, and not able to get quite as much speed on there. But we're getting close to springtime, and then it'll be summertime before I know it here. So hopefully some better weather around the corner. But until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out those links below in the description, and I'll see you guys at the next one.